Today I'm taking on the challenge of cutting out all distractions and really taking control of my life. Can I silence the noise and stay focused for an entire week? We're living in a world that's more chaotic than ever. Everywhere we look, there's noise. From our phones buzzing with notifications to social media feeds that never stop scrolling, it's easy to get caught up in the chaos. But here's the thing. We have the power to take control of our lives, to silence that noise and find some peace. Distractions are everywhere. Our phones are like constant companions that we can't seem to shake. We scroll through social media, comparing our lives to others, and suddenly we're feeling inadequate or anxious. And then there are societal expectations. We're supposed to be achieving certain milestones, making a certain amount of money, or looking a certain way. It's exhausting trying to keep up. It's like we're constantly being pulled in a million different directions. One minute we're working on a project, the next we're checking our email, and then we're scrolling through Twitter. Before we know it, hours have passed and we've accomplished nothing. And that's when the guilt and frustration start to creep in. The noise is not just external, it's also internal. We have our own thoughts and worries that can be just as distracting. We replay conversations in our heads, worry about the future, or dwell on past mistakes. It's like having a constant soundtrack of anxiety playing in the background. But what if we could silence that noise? What if we could find a way to focus on what really matters? One strategy that's helped me is mindfulness. It's about being present in the moment, without judgment. When we practice mindfulness, we start to notice the noise for what it is, just background chatter. We're no longer controlled by it. We can observe our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. Time management is another key strategy. When we prioritize our tasks and set clear goals, we can focus on what really needs to get done. It's amazing how much more productive we can be when we're not constantly being distracted. Setting boundaries is also crucial. This means learning to say no to things that don't align with our goals or values. It means being intentional about how we spend our time and energy. When we set boundaries, we're not being selfish. We're actually being more intentional about how we live our lives. I've experienced the transformative power of taking control of my life firsthand. A few years ago, I was feeling completely overwhelmed. I was working a 9-to-5 job, trying to build a side hustle, and dealing with a lot of personal stress. I felt like I was drowning in the noise. But then I started to make some changes. I started practicing mindfulness, prioritizing my tasks, and setting boundaries. It wasn't easy, but slowly I started to feel more focused and more at peace. The more I practiced taking control of my life, the more I realized that it's not about eliminating the noise entirely. It's about learning to navigate it. It's about finding ways to stay focused on what really matters, even when everything around us is trying to distract us. To recap, taking control of our lives and silencing the noise requires some simple yet powerful strategies. We need to practice mindfulness, manage our time effectively, and set boundaries. By doing so, we can live a more focused and fulfilling life. If you're struggling with noise in your life, I want to hear about it. Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you're looking for more tips on self-improvement, be sure to check out my other videos.